If you're listening to this right now, it means I failed. It means the house won, and I lost everything. My name doesn't matter anymore. What matters is this. Somewhere tonight, a man is refreshing his betting app, convincing himself that the next bet will fix his life. I was that man, and this is how I disappeared. 5 years ago, I was ordinary. I worked in a small logistics office, woke up at 5:30 a.m., took crowded buses, saved every naira. I wasn't rich, but I wasn't desperate. I had plans, a small house, a wife, 2 children, peace. Then one Friday, during lunch, my friend showed me his phone. 280,000 naira, won from 2,000 naira in 15 minutes. That moment ruined my life. I downloaded the app that night, didn't tell anyone, didn't think twice, just curiosity. 1,000 naira, small bet, safe odds. I won. 3,400 naira. I laughed. It felt unreal, like I had discovered a secret door. That night, I couldn't sleep. My mind kept whispering, "What if you try again?" Weeks passed. I became smart, studied games, followed tipsters, watched prediction videos. I stopped eating lunch, started betting instead. 5K, 10K, 20K. Sometimes I lost, but when I won, it felt like power. My wife noticed, "You're always on your phone." I lied. Work. The first lie is always easy. 3 months later, I wasn't playing small anymore. 150K gone in one night. I stared at the screen, sweating, hands shaking. Then I heard the voice, "Double it back." So I borrowed, from friends, from coworkers, from loan apps. I told myself, just one big win. Debt crossed 700,000 naira. Nobody knew, except me and my nightmares. By day, I smiled. By night, I was drowning. I stopped visiting my parents, stopped answering calls, stopped praying. Every night became bet, lose, chase, lose, cry, repeat. I once sat on my bed with 12 naira left and still bet it. That's when I knew I was sick, but I didn't stop. One Saturday, everything aligned. Big match, perfect odds, expert predictions. I was sure. I emptied everything. Salary, savings, borrowed money. 1.2 million naira. One bet. My hands were numb. If I won, I'd be free. If I lost, I was finished. The match started. First half, perfect. Second half, still perfect. By 88 minutes, I was already planning my future. Then, one mistake, one goal, one whistle. Game over. Lost. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just sat for 3 hours, staring. Then reality came. Loan messages, threats, work suspension. My wife left with my kids. My landlord knocked. My parents called. I couldn't answer. I sold my laptop, my phone, my clothes. Still not enough. I started thinking dangerous thoughts. That scared me. Rain was falling. 2:14 a.m. I walked to the bridge. No calls, no messages, no hope. I stood there and thought, so this is how gamblers end. Then my phone vibrated. A message from my mother. "Are you okay? I prayed for you tonight." I broke. I cried like a child. For the first time in 2 years, I admitted, I am addicted. Today, I'm rebuilding, slowly, painfully. Debt still follows me. Trust is gone. Some scars never heal. But I'm alive, and honest, and free. If you're listening, and you're chasing losses, please stop. Gambling doesn't hate you. It doesn't love you. It only waits, and when you're empty, it collects. And this was my confession.
Rebuilding is a lie. Nobody starts from zero. You start from negative. Negative trust, negative respect, negative money, negative confidence. I moved into one small room. No TV, no fridge, no fan. Just a mattress on the floor and regrets on the ceiling. Every night I counted my mistakes instead of sheep. I went back to work, not my old job. They replaced me. I became a delivery helper, carrying boxes under hot sun. People I once supervised now shouted at me, "Move faster!" I smiled because pride had already died. 6 months later, my wife agreed to let me see the kids. One Sunday, 2 hours, supervised. My daughter hugged me like she was afraid I would disappear. My son asked, "Daddy, are you rich again?" I laughed, then cried in the bathroom. I wasn't rich, but I was alive. One evening, after work, an old friend called. "Here, I have a sure game, inside info. 50K can become 400K. My heart reacted before my brain. For 3 seconds, I imagined it. Debt gone, respect back, life fixed. 3 seconds. That's all it takes to destroy a life. I hung up and shook for 1 hour. Every month, I paid something. Sometimes 5K, sometimes 15K. Creditors mocked me. "Is this joke?" I didn't answer. I kept paying. 2 years. Slow torture. But one day, my last debt was cleared. I sat alone and whispered, "I'm free." People started noticing. "How did you survive?" I told them. Church invited me. Schools invited me. Youth groups invited me. I stood in front of strangers and confessed my worst sins over and over until shame lost its power. One night, I received a DM. "Bro, I was about to kill myself tonight. Your story stopped me." I stared at my phone for a long time. Then I understood. My pain had purpose. Trust is slow. My wife didn't rush back. She watched for years. No lies, no loans, no secrets. Then one day she said, "You've changed." We started again, not as lovers, as survivors. At a betting shop, I saw a young man, sweating, shaking, begging the screen, just like me, 5 years ago. I walked to him and said, "Brother, it's not worth it." He laughed. I understood. I also laughed once. Today, I'm not rich, I'm not famous, I'm not perfect, but I sleep in peace. I eat without fear. I look my children in the eyes, and I don't owe anybody. That is wealth. If you're listening and you're gambling secretly, lying to people, borrowing to bet, chasing losses, you are standing where I once stood, and there are only 2 roads. One leads to recovery, the other to disappearance. I'll end with this. Right now, somebody watching this video is about to place a bet. Maybe tonight, maybe in 5 minutes, maybe after this video ends. So I'm asking you, not as a storyteller, not as a YouTuber, but as a survivor, should they stop
or take the risk? Tell them in the comments, because your words might save a life. This is Last Bet Stories, and this is not just my story. It could be yours.
Like, subscribe, and share for more real stories.